shall we? Alrighty, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. And welcome back everybody to our last leg of the solo character challenge run with the single lonely thief. We have cleared everything up until the final boss. And we have refreshed our magic lamp, so it is going to be ready to be used against the final boss. So, well, that's exactly where we're going to be going. Since, as before mentioned, we are using a thief, there is virtually no problem with running through these encounters since we cannot get back attacked and we have a guaranteed runaway button. So basically it should not be much of a problem. And yeah. So currently I'm contemplating for the final boss whether I want to knock out the physical part of it or the Grand Cross part of it. Grand Cross part is always going to be a huge dice roll on whether we might get knocked out through just random chance. The physical part is just that if I leave it alive, it's going to take a fair bit longer because I will have to heal a lot, and the chance of Vacuum Wave plus Almagist hitting us at the same time, well, that might just knock us out entirely, which would be less than ideal unless I sit in the back row the entire time, which would drag out the fight for quite a long time. We probably would have enough resources in elixirs and high potions to survive for long enough, but it would still be kind of lengthy. The solo challenge takes as much time as playing the game casually. Some solo challenges are arguably faster, because, well, they are just much more powerful characters. But yeah, the thief, not the fastest overall. Well, I mean, technically the thief is the fastest of all the jobs, but that's not what I meant. Welcome back to you as well, Peanut. And also welcome to you, uninformed pleb. I hope you have a nice day. By the way, just in case, V is 5 in Roman numerals, X is 10. But yeah, let me think about this. If I go into the final fights with maximum coverage in terms of what I can or cannot be affected by, I think petrification might be the only thing remaining that I can be afflicted by in the first place. So chances are I might want to just go ahead and leave the Grand Cross part alive, since I think it's a 1 in 18. Let's see, Grand Cross. Grand Cross, actually I'm wrong, it is a 1 in 19. One in 19. Oh yeah, it could also of course be the weakness status effect. That technically has a chance to kill us. We're gonna be immune to zombie thanks to the bone mail immunity. Let's see, death we're immune thanks to bone mail. Stone we would get killed by. Toad we can remove. Mini we can remove. Poison we are immune to. Zombie we are immune to with the Angel Ring. Darkness status we are immune to with bone mail. Aging we are immune to thanks to the bone mail as well as Angel Ring. Aging we are immune to thanks to the Angel Ring. Sleep we are immune to thanks to the Hermes Sandals. Paralyze as well immune to Hermes Sandals. Charm we are immune to thanks to the bone mail. Berserk we are immune to thanks to the bone mail. Mute status doesn't matter. 13 and 14 are stopped. Oh, interesting. We're immune to stop status as well, thanks to the Hermes Sandals. Countdown status actually would kill us, so there's 2, in fact, that would kill us in the Grand Cross department. Well, Unless we are really close to winning already. HP leak status doesn't really matter. Interesting, alrighty. So, petrification, weak status, as in low HP status, and countdown status actually all have a chance to basically knock us out. So that is a 2.5, I guess, in 3 chance to get knocked out there. The reason why it's half is because weak status is not automatical death sentence, as long as I can heal before Almagest hits and or the HP leak status of Almagest isn't in play. But it's still over a 10% chance to die to each one of the Grand Crosses. So I'm not sure about leaving Grand Cross part alive for the end. I might just try to rush down the Grand Cross part. In the front row and then move into the back row and just whittle down the other 2 parts after that. Kind of depends on how much damage the vacuum wave does, but I think the vacuum wave is enough in conjunction with the Grand Cross and with Almagest to just straight up kill us. Alrighty, so we are almost there. We actually still have to watch the cutscene, so that's gonna take a little while too. And I'm just gonna throw that question out there. What do you think, everybody? What should we do? Should we go ahead and do the Grand Cross lottery, which has, I would guess, about a 15% chance to kill us each Grand Cross? Or should we do the Vacuum Wave plus Almagest lottery, where if both of these attacks hit at the same time, we might just be toast. Unless I go into the back row, in which case it's just going to take a long time. Hey Protoplasm, welcome, how are you doing today? Is that a sock? Oh no, it's a paw. Looked like a sock to me. Did I forget anything? Always curious if I forgot anything. Also, walking all the way back inside actually took a bit longer than I anticipated it would. I figured it was only going to take like 3 or 4 minutes, but I guess the path is kinda lengthy. There's no such thing as a Moogle Charm in this game. Moogle Charm Final Fantasy VI allows you to avoid random encounters entirely. Welcome to Your Life Tactics. Hope you have a nice day so far. The thief is the fastest but is the slowest at the same time. Well, not slowest, but yeah. Definitely out there with taking the longest. This was the first game to have Moogles, if you remember correctly. 3 had Moogles. Yeah, Final Fantasy 3 had Moogles. Final Fantasy Adventure had Moogles. But this might as well be the first game that was released. Actually, no, I guess the PlayStation version was after Final Fantasy VI that had Moogles. Yeah, original 3 had Moogles. I think there were some in Dimension. I remember 7 saying something like that. I honestly don't know, I never played 3. Probably should sometime. I would like to point out how powerful these Dawn Warriors are, as well as King Tycoon, that they can just kind of thwart X-Dev's plans from the afterlife. You know, I was actually just thinking, you know how Final Fantasy 1? 2? I think it was 2 actually, for the PSP has like a extra dungeon where I think you basically play with the fallen warriors and you effectively play with them through the underworld or something like that, and just kind of defeat the other side of the equation. Would actually be pretty interesting to play like a side mode with the Dawn Warriors, where through the afterlife you actually manage to stop X-Death in some capacity. Just kind of a random thought. Not sure whether it would be good, but I think it would be interesting. Either way, so what we're gonna do here, probably most people know this already, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to equip the Angel Ring and Bone Mail. Bone Mail gives me immunity to... I don't know, it's just love the thing. Bone Mail. Where is it? Alright, Bone Mail gives me immunity to Death Status, Poison, Darkness, Aging, Charm, Berserk, as well as Regeneration, but whatever. And the Angel Ring gives me immunity to Zombie Status on top of that. So what this means is there's going to be a part of the final boss fight that just applies random status effects, and if we have these two things equipped, we are immune against most of them, not all of them. However, the catch is, we really don't want to equip the Bone Mail because we can't heal ourselves as a thief in the battle if we have that. We also don't want the Angel Ring because the Hermes Handles are so ridiculously strong. But there's a strange bug where if we go ahead and enter a battle, complete the battle with this equipment, and then exchange our equipment for our regular items, we now still have the immunities to the status effects for one battle, for the next one. So as long as I don't get into an encounter on the way to X-Death, I will still have the immunities from the Bone Mail effect as well as the other one, so to speak. So that's exactly what I have now. I have immunity to all the status effects despite not actually having the items equipped. So this is going to make it a fair bit easier to survive, especially the first phase. If you may have read the solo challenge report by Zola, Zola got exceedingly unlucky with Whitehole killing Zola over and over again. In short, Whitehole is a ability of the first phase of 3X-Death here, which applies both petrification and instant death to you. If you're immune against either one of them, Whitehole will always miss. But other than that, since it's basically a 1 in 3 chance almost every turn for X-Death to attack you with Whitehole, it is just a gigantic dice roll of you're more likely to die in the first phase than not, let's put it that way, without having that immunity. And using that Bone Mail immunity carry-over thingy, it just kind of takes that frustration away. If you'd like to see how the battle can potentially play out without having that, look no further than the Solo Geomancer. And as a matter of fact, when we play Solo Oracle, I specifically farmed some more light staves in order to pass by the first phase of X-Death as quick as possible, because the Oracle had nothing to protect against the first phase and just didn't deal enough damage otherwise either. The Bone Mail glitch works with accessories? Yes, it works with anything. It works with anything. You can also equip a ribbon, in theory. And the ribbon has also a lot of status immunities, etc. But yeah, hello, welcome to Kablooey Crypts, I hope you're doing well. So yeah, just kind of that as an information. Now, welcome to X-Death Phase 1 for now. We might still die here, because he does a lot of damage. Phase 1 has 49,000 HP, and I'm a dingus because I forgot to equip the capture ability. Whoops, that does count as a death in case you're curious. Only because I'm a doofus doesn't mean that I shouldn't count it as a death. So yeah, I forgot to equip the capture ability. So I really need the capture ability because this prevents the chicken eyes runaway effect from triggering. And without that, this would be pretty annoying. If I run into an encounter before I get this teleporter here, I'm going to reset as well, but I'm not going to count these as a death, because technically I could just easily still run away. It's just for convenience. Alrighty, we still have the immunity because it actually does get saved for whatever reason. Alrighty. Round 2, I suppose. Are we in the front row? We're not in the front row. Round 2. Fight. Alrighty, so here we go. Phase 1 has... 49,000 HP after we deal 19,000 damage. It's going to go into phase 2, where I think its spell is going to deal about 3,000 damage. Basically the first ability in phase 2. I'm gonna wait until he moves and then I'm gonna heal. Wait, I didn't prepare the magic lamp. I want to have the magic lamp at number 3. Oh well. Going to heal up here, and as you can see, we take a ridiculous amount of damage. Alrighty. I just pushed him into phase 2 here, and I forgot to... prepare the magic lamp for the subsequent phase, so I kinda need to do this right now. So he chose to use the physical attack in his second phase right here. And use the magic lamp once more. So yeah, his second phase begins once he drops below 30,000 HP. And we are now... well into the second phase here. And we barely survived 2 attacks, I would like to point out. It's a lot of damage. Oh my god. And phase 2 is going to be even worse, because right now his physical hits just hit like a truck, but the second phase, they're gonna be even stronger than that. Alrighty, where was I? Right, that's 28,500 damage, plus 3,588. White hole. This would be the big lottery to survive. 3,588. Oh, I pushed... Yeah, this is the problem. Okay, once he's below 10,000 HP, he can cast Medium. And as you can see, it's a lot of damage. I think the damage range is between 800 and 4,000 damage, each one of the meteors. And he has a 1 in 3 chance to use that meteor every single time. Every single time. Once he is below 10,000 HP. So... what armor are you wearing? The Dark Hood. +1 agility, +1 strength. As well as... well, the best defense we can have. Physical anyways, for a thief. Alrighty, trying this again. Maybe I should prepare magic lamp beforehand, but realistically it also doesn't matter too much. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. So he's in phase 2 now. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like 3,000 damage, so I have to heal to full here. Let's see. It's a lot of damage there. Yeah, not quite 3,000, but it's enough that I have to heal regardless. Yeah, without having an exceedingly high level as a thief, this would be... well, this still is a pretty rough battle, I suppose. Also, phase 2 is kinda dangerous on top of everything else. Okay, he's below 10,000 HP now. He just skipped his turn. Alright. One more attack. Ah, we get the meteor again. He had a 2 times 1 in 3 chance to use meteor here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to prepare the magic lamp so I don't have to use it in the first phase, because it's going to make the rest a little bit more straightforward here. What I could do is, as mentioned before, I could use the Mirage Vest in order to absorb physical attacks, and this actually would more or less trivialize the final fight, at least I feel like it does. So I'm going to actually not do that, at least not for now. If I reach like 20 deaths or so, I will probably use the Mirage Vest. But I think it might be more interesting if not for now. I mean, I guess it is a bit weird when I use one bug but not the other one. I just think this is more interesting. That's the short version. Alrighty, Magic Lamp. It's going to take out the things because they only have 4 HP. However, actually we might get paralyzed by the Mind Mage here. Because Mind Blast does paralyze. We are paralyzed, by the way. Then again, paralyzation wears off reasonably quick, and we are paralyzed immediately again. One thing I didn't quite account for is I probably should have switched up my full moon is the common steel. They have a something as the rare steel. Alright, managed to run away. Still need to use the magic lamp once, but I figured it was safer to just briefly run away for now. Hey Ricadactylus, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Greetings to you. I'm doing quite alright over here. Alrighty, magic lamp the second, and then we try to run away. Goodbye, perfect. Alrighty, then we go front row, equip the running shoes, arc armor, and move on. Ba-ba-da-bum. Yeah, basically ever since I realized how ridiculous the Mirage Vest is with refreshing the image charge, it's like, well, it's silly not to use it if you're using bugs either way, but at the same time I think it is more interesting overall. Alrighty. Round 4? I don't know. Alrighty, let's just go I suppose. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more attack and he's going to get pushed into phase 2 here, which means either he's going to cast Flare or Holy as his first spell, usually anyways. Going to brew lots of coffee today, oh. Oh, I hope you managed to wake up well. Didn't have to put the hello there. Once again, for anybody who might have just joined and may not be aware, every time I use the capture ability, it's basically attack and steal at the same time, which prevents the chicken knife from making us do the running away thing. Right, he's below 10,000 HP now. He's going to keep going here, I think. Now the big question is, do I want to... we just transition into phase 2, it's fine. This might be a bit of a problem because the first thing we want to do in phase 2 is use the magic lamp, but we are also in the front row still, and the physical part... Well, he is going to deal, I would guess, about 2,800 damage with a vacuum wave. So that is kind of a big problem. Good thing he got his Phoenix down. Yep. Chop down the tree with a knife. It seems like it would take forever, to be fair. Alrighty, magic. Alrighty, magic port just takes 60,000 damage. I'm having a little side spreadsheet here to keep track exactly of how much damage I deal, because you want to kill the last two parts at the same time, because if you only have one part remaining in the end, that last part is going to go absolutely insane and crazy. So you kind of don't want that to happen. So True Edge is the third charge of the magic lamp. It's going to instantly kill anything that is not flagged as heavy in the code, and the far left part, the magic part, is going to instantly die to that. Alright, we're still alive. Mildly surprised. And Almagest is about to hit. So I think what I want to do is I want to use the magic lamp here in order to absorb a bunch of physical damage. Is that even worthwhile? No, I don't think it is. I think I'm just gonna go straight in for the other part here. Alright, now 3783. And because it's a chicken knife, it's always going to be the exact same damage. Also going to briefly wait here until the Almagest unleashes its Almagest. Right now. It's always going to be about 1600 damage plus HP leak status. So it is pretty dangerous. And we have to heal before the physical part hits us with a vacuum wave here. We actually don't survive a physical attack plus a vacuum wave on top of it, I just realized. That's not good. This is a problem. How much more HP would we need here? 2400. We would need like 600 more HP in order to survive a physical and a vacuum wave afterwards. Because otherwise I will need to heal after every single physical attack here. Huh. And yeah, he can vacuum with every single turn. Sitting in the back row is going to take too long here, I think. Trying to come up with a clever plan here. I feel like my plan is just going to back row. It's gonna be slow, but I feel like this is the only reasonable way I have to survive what this thing is throwing at me. It's gonna be pretty slow though to knock out the things here. Grand Cross. Grand Cross applies one of 19 different possible status effects. 2 of them are instant death, one of them is... that's one of them. One of them is possibly instant death, depending on whether we just recently received an Almagest or not. Alrighty, that was one of the 2 instant death possibilities. 10% chance to die, basically. Well, slightly more than that, I suppose. Rude indeed. Yeah, this is actually quite a big deal here. Let me look up real quick. Calculator. I wanted to have 600 more HP. That would be like 4,400-ish. 4,500 would be at level 68. Ah. Level 68 is where I would get enough HP to survive physical and a vacuum wave at the same time. Yeah, if you use an elixir on a character that wears the bone mail, they are going to get the weak status effect, which means they have 9 or less HP remaining. They actually get their MP refilled, but HP does not. Strongly considering Mirage Fest already. Been pretty quick, huh? Oh, let's just try it again. Also, I think I didn't upgrade the death counter. Upgrade the death counter update. Fun fact, Final Fantasy 6 does a JML. I don't know what a JML is, to be fair. JML when it begins executing code and then it returns from it, which is good. Because the code after the JML garbage will. Yeah, we are in phase 2, which means I have to heal right here. Not too long. You found a link to arbitrary code execution TS. May you post it? Sure. Which TS is it? I think Final Fantasy 5 actually does have one recently. Wait. I heard a zing, but I don't see anything in chat. That's weird. I'm not prepared for that kind of thing. Give me just a moment, please. Okay, it's opening, slowly but eventually. Oh wow, holy cow. Veiled Fury, thank you! Thank you so much for the $30.43 donation. Whatever that might be in another currency, that's really kind of you. Holy moly. Thank you so much, and Veiled Fury just says Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well. Once again, thank you so much. It's really kind of you. Alright, we are below 10,000 HP, 1 in 3 chance for a meteor every single turn. And there it is. Chances of survival, very, very tiny. Technically possible, but very tiny. Thank you so much, Veiled Fury. And we have arrived in the triple digits. 101 deaths. Oh. As I've mentioned before, I don't count this as a death, this is just for convenience to make it so I don't have to keep redoing the immunity carryover. Oh, nice. Is that the Final Fantasy 5 one, Dr. Warner? Yep, it is. Yeah, it's a very... I have no idea how it works, I'm actually kind of curious. Anybody knows Japanese? Actually, I think it's also on past videos, so I might be able to read it from there, what it does. I've seen it once. Yeah, you might find this on taskvideos.org. Not sure though. 3588. You know, the convenient thing is that the chicken knife does almost the exact same amount of damage, so on the Windows calculator I just need to press the enter button in order to add the previous number to it again. So I can literally just press enter every time I attack. Yes, I am keeping track like that. So the thing is, if I attack again, I'm going to push him into phase 2. But the problem is that I'm going to die without healing beforehand, so I'm just going to wait until this guy moves. Then we move him into phase 2 right here. At least that way I get 2 attacks in before the Holy or Flare. That sounds like an interesting conversation in chat that I'm gonna focus on digging for now. Alright, he skipped his turn, how convenient. Now he's below 10,000 HP. He skipped his turn again. So here's the thing, I can just push... No, I'm just gonna push him, otherwise he's gonna get another turn. Push him into phase 2, that is. Alright, I think I'm going to try and kill the physical part. I'm just gonna roll the dice. This might not be the best way to go about it, but it's a way to go about it. But yeah, I'm missing effectively 600 HP in order to actually both reliably survive a physical plus another physical in phase 2, or actually a physical plus a vacuum wave in phase 2, or the physical one from phase 1 into vacuum wave in phase 2. So effectively there's actually a 1 in 3 chance to die, minus 25%, whatever that makes. Because I have a 1 in 4 chance to block a vacuum wave. But since I effectively more or less have to use the magic lamp in the first turn, otherwise I could easily die to the first spell of the magic part, this is just kind of my only real solution here. I think I'm going to try and knock out the physical part here. Alright, just a regular physical attack, we're fine. Gonna cook the trick knife to increase my agility in a slight amount. And then we just hack away at the physical part, or try to anyways. 3783. Gonna be the number we're gonna use. And I would have to heal every time actually, because he could always just vacuum wave me afterwards. Actually, I think I'm gonna get an attack in. Oh, I missed. I'm gonna get another attack in after the Almagas. Okay, this was better timing here. Yeah, so vacuum wave, immediately have to heal, there's not really a way around it. But because the next physical attack is not gonna come anytime soon, just gonna go this way. 3. Just gonna keep going for it. Grand Cross! 2 in... what was it? 19 chance to die. Petrification and... what was the other one? If you don't see anything, most of the time that means there was nothing. It could be a renewal of the other status effects overall. But yeah, I have to heal after every single attack. This is... actually less than ideal. Holy moly, I did not expect that to be such a big difference. Oh! Oh, that's right. I think the Grand Cross part also can do physical attacks. Which is kinda mean if you ask me. Plus the physical part is pretty fast on top of it. Vacuum wave, we have to heal before Almagest, and then we have to heal again after Almagest. In fact, what I have to do is I have to wait for Almagest to hit and heal immediately after. Because the vacuum wave will come very, very soon after the way this lines up here. Or a potential vacuum wave. Yeah, I'm churning through elixirs like crazy here, holy moly. This spell doesn't matter. The physical part can use this spell. It has a 1 in 3 chance in one of its turns, and it also has a 1 in 3 chance to do nothing in one of its turns. We're halfway through the physical part's HP, it has 50,000 total initially. It has less than 20,000 remaining right now. Alright, we have to heal before the Almagest. Almagest is going to hit just before another physical attack hits. This should be the last time I have to necessarily wait for that part. Okay, Grand Cross number 2 is coming up in just a moment here. I can actually attack here briefly. Grand Cross number 2. 2 more attacks on the physical part and it's going to be done. But we have to heal here first because it's going to get an attack in before I get my last 2 attacks in. Good thing I healed. I'm gonna go for the chicken knife for slightly more agility here. Oh my goodness. Doesn't help. One more attack and that thing is down. Gonna go for it here. Alright. Physical part dead. And keep the chicken knife. Almagus is about to hit, but Almagus is gonna be significantly less dangerous than the other parts. Pinwheel steal! Neat. Can't use it. So, the only danger now is going to be that we can take a physical attack from the Grand Cross part at certain turns, so I will want to stay reasonably healthy, but Almagest is going to do more damage either way. So, both the remaining parts here have 55,000 HP total, and we're actually dealing pretty good damage now that we don't have to heal constantly anymore. The Almagest part does not actually have another AI script based on its HP, so I'm just gonna push it to relatively low HP sooner rather than later. I will want to heal soon after the Almagest here. Laws of the physics are broken, which actually means the next turn, it's going to use Grand Cross. So, what I may want to do, I may want to wait in case it's going to be the weakness status effect, or I may want to just push for damage. I think pushing for damage might be more reasonable overall. Pushing for damage means attacking probably once or twice. Let's see, I'm gonna attack at least once. I might be able to get my thing in before Grand Cross hits. Okay, I'm gonna just wait to see what Grand Cross does. Right here. Oh, I actually don't have HP leak status anymore, so it doesn't matter if it just causes weakness. Alrighty, 2 in 19 chance to die again. Hopefully we don't. But oh. Alright. Didn't seem to do anything. I'm okay with this. Okay, so now, this attack here... Oh, I suppose the next one is going to push it just to the 2000 HP mark. Oh, come on, Ferris. There we go. Now, the Almagus part has just about 2000 HP remaining. Now we need to start working on the Grand Cross part here, because once again we want to kill the last 2 parts at approximately the same time. The Grand Cross part does in fact change its AI script once it drops below certain thresholds of HP. Once it is below 30,000 HP remaining, it will have actually quicker turns until it goes ahead and potentially uses, or well, does use the Grand Cross eventually. So instead of like 5 empty turns and then Grand Cross, it's gonna be like 3 empty turns and then Grand Cross. One more attack is actually going to bring that part below the threshold, so I'm gonna heal first, and then we're gonna go for pushing it into its next phase. Laws of the physics are broken right here. Well, unless I'm really fast. There it is. Alright, so this is gonna be phase 2, and that's going to happen once again after we drop it below 15,000 HP remaining. This is why I started with the Almagus part in terms of whittling it down. Actually, I might be fast enough here. Oh wow, okay. Laws of the physics are broken again, because we just pushed it below 15,000 HP remaining. So I was actually in fact just barely fast enough to skip that second phase right there. And there's the next run cross. This time, of course, it was a bit earlier. Let's see. Still alive, alright. Let's see, one more attack is going to push it to just about the, actually literally exact same HP remaining. Now, I don't know how much damage Sildra will do. Let me do some quick calculation, everybody. This is not something I expected to be relevant. So, as a thief we have about 20 spell power. Sildra has how much? Sildra has 165 attack power. 165 attack power plus 50% from the dagger, so that is 247? Plus 80. Let's say 245. It's close enough. Alright, then how much defense does the Grand Cross part have? Alright, Neo XF Grand Cross has a magic defense of 20. I need to calculate with a defense of 20. And we are level 61. Right here. Oh no, this is not gonna be enough. I have to attack these things once more. This is just gonna be under 2000 HP. So, alright. Back to the previous calculation. I have to hit both of the parts once more with an attack afterwards. Okay, either way, hit this one. Before I forget about it. Now, I need to hit the other parts with a weaker weapon. What weapon do we go for? I guess we can choose the Assassin Dagger here. Assassin Dagger I think has the highest attack power of any remaining weapon. 810, that's fine. Hit this one. Ooh. Berries please, not now. There we go, 795. And if all went well, this should do the trick now. Where is my Air Lancet? This is going to give me 50% additional magic power with Wind Element. The fourth summon from the magic lamp is Sildra. And in theory, just enough. Good thing I calculated it, because they had just about 2038 HP remaining. So, that was... one of them would have died, the other one would not have died to Sildra's summon right there. Nice! Thank you for the GGs everybody, and Rosewood Pip, thank you. Best wishes and happy holiday to you as well. Thank you so much for 8 months of support. Welcome back. I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Oh, alrighty. Managed to knock it out. Those Grand Crosses towards the end are always a little bit nerve-wracking. Who's excited to buy out every boss next? Well, we'll see which one it's going to be. Thief is complete indeed. Alright, and I didn't even use the Mirage Westrick. Alrighty everybody, just as a heads up, there's currently the straw poll in chat where you can vote for the next solo character challenge run. We also will have a raffle here. If you'd like to join the raffle, !join in chat, and what you can win with the raffle is the first winner is going to tell us whether we're going to be playing the next solo challenge with Butts or Ferris as our main characters. The second winner is going to tell us what the name is going to be of Butts, and the third one is going to tell us which window color we're going to be using, approximately. Now, as a heads up, I will probably take a short-ish break from the solo challenges. I'm not immediately going to continue the next one. I would like to look into some other projects a little bit too. But Leave complete. The most difficult challenge remaining at this point, I think, is the mime. So, well, we'll see how that's going to go. Alrighty. Yeah, exclamation mark join if you'd like to join the raffle. At least, I hope I started it. I did start it. Alrighty, so you're all already in there. Also, for reference, we will finalize which class it is going to be before the raffle winner is going to be chosen. So if your choice based on butts or fairies may be which class is going to be chosen, we're going to first pick the class based on the straw poll. Whee. Alrighty. Let's put our little thief into the final area here, where Ferris, the thief, number 21, managed to successfully dispatch Neo X-Def and, well, the rest of the game all on her own. Next one is going to be... well, I don't know, we still have the votes ongoing. And yeah, we have completed most of the challenges so far. We still have remaining at this point the Samurai, Freelancer, Mime, and Monk, and Gladiator over there all the way on the right side. Worth noting, as I have mentioned before, I'm going to not have the Freelancer in the straw poll until after we clear the Mime. Because in my book, the Mime is just going to be a weaker version of the Freelancer. So I kind of would like to get that out of the way first. And we have two very powerful characters remaining, with the Gladiator and the Samurai. We have not terribly weak, but also not terribly strong characters remaining with the Monk and Mime, and the Freelancer I think is going to be somewhere in the middle there. So yeah, let me tally up the remaining death counts here for our Thief, where we died to 3 X-Death, total of 101, that is plus 5 deaths, so only 5 deaths to the final boss here. So that's actually reasonably low, but I attribute that reasonably low thanks to using the recovery carryover. Final time was 27, 50 and 30 seconds. This is not terribly accurate, but accurate enough. Our final level was level 61, and apparently I never broke that down for the Black Mage. Oops. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have a way to make the straw poll picture be dark mode, so if you have a dark room and gonna get bright in just a second here, just as a heads up, maybe not that much of a thing for you, but let's see. We currently are voting for solo character challenge number 22. Samurai's in the lead, but until the end you can still vote for this. So, we'll see what that's going to be. Alright. If anybody would like to vote, the straw poll is right here in chat. Did you read that right? Black Mage did that 10 hours faster than a Thief? Yep. By far the fastest character we had was the Ninja so far, with 12 hours and 25 minutes total. Ninja is ridiculously strong, honestly. Let me actually go through the bosses briefly. So for the Thief, our biggest roadblock was Crayclaw, where I kind of forgot about Crayclaw and how much physical defense it has, and how little attack power we had at the Thief, and Crayclaw was 40 deaths alone. Then the next highest death count were the rocket launchers, where we got reasonably unlucky with getting the correct ball launchers. Aside from that, X-Death at the end of World 2 was 30 deaths total. That also took us a while to get past, but that's pretty much expected with most characters that are not inherently really crazy powerful. And the rest was actually mostly smooth sailing. Once we got the double lands, there was just X-Death at the end of World 2 remaining. And once we got the chicken knife, there was not really a whole lot standing in our way. We did get a little bit lucky, not getting knocked out by Apocalypse or, well, all the others that can technically knock us out. But yeah. Would it be interesting to have a bonus 2.0 run with a freelancer using it maxed out once the other jobs are all done? Freelancer or everything unlocked? I don't even know how to use that. I mean, it could be a fun run. We also, at some point, I wanted to do a Necromancer 2.0 run, where all the Necromancer spells would be unlocked from the very beginning. Because a lot of the Necromancer spells we would not, well, we didn't have access to until we beat the game. So, yeah. Imagine Mime's nasty, bad stats, no skills. But you can equip rods. And, well, boomerangs. But being able to equip rods is actually kind of a big deal, because you have level 3 nuke spells at your disposal. But yeah, that's kind of the only thing that Mime really has going for it. But that's going to easily be enough in order to get past World 1, probably reasonably well past World 2. And then beyond that we might be working through stuff. And the other kind of throwing money at the problem rods. Yep. Ribbon equip will be pretty pork for bosses. I believe Mime cannot equip ribbons. Freelancers will be able to. The thing is, Mime is surprisingly restricted in equipment. That's kind of the biggest problem about them. Like, if they couldn't equip nearly as much as freelancers, but effectively a Mime is a character that can equip medium equipment and is effectively a spellcaster, which is why it might be preferable over other spellcasters. But for a solo challenge that doesn't exactly help. Yeah, for the ribbon, the only job equipable is Dancer, and of course Freelancer, because Freelancer can equip everything. So, ribbon doesn't work, my friend. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's a good point. If you master Dancer, then Mimes can equip ribbons. That's a thing, actually. Mimes do get the benefits of jobs that you have mastered, which actually means, I didn't even think about that, so if you master every job class, a Mime is, in a sense, the same as a freelancer with every job class mastered, isn't it? Because you will get all kinds of equip stuff. Well, actually not entirely. There's no class that gives you equip staves. But then again, I think Mime can equip staves anyways, right? Let's see, light staff. Light staff. Yeah, Mime can equip staves anyways. Which means we... Hey! Nice thing about the Mime, we get light staves for X-Death at the end of World 2. But we will need to get the drops. How do we get the drops? Well, we somehow need to knock out Metamorphose. Actually gonna be an interesting... Honestly, I think the routing aspect of Mimes is gonna be kind of intriguing overall. Because being able to equip just rods and staves It's going to open up a few possibilities. X-Magic with 2 full skill sets. That makes sense. Exactly, alone mimes are not the greatest, but master everything and they are gods. Well, yeah, that's kind of how that exactly works. That is very true. We'll see, we'll see. As mentioned before, I'm going to take a bit of a break from the solo challenges, probably until next year. Which, by the way, for anybody watching this in the future, today is December 22nd, so next year is only like 1.5 weeks away. But yeah, Stardew Valley 1.5 patch was just released, Retropolis was just released out of early access, and I have played both games a lot. So I know most people probably don't know Retropolis, and are more interested in Stardew Valley, so I'm going to be playing that today, but if anybody's interested in Retropolis... Yeah. Honestly, I think it's always kind of fun to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this next year. And I'm fully serious about it, because next year is not that far apart. You thought that was a couple of months ago? Retropolis got a bunch of overhauls a couple of months ago, and they started to finalize their ideas and products. I don't actually know how good of a game it is, because at this point I'm really well familiar with the game. I just really like it still. Hello, welcome to you, Mama. How are you doing today? Also, welcome to anybody else who might have joined us. I didn't exactly manage to keep up with chat, so if I missed anything, feel free to repeat it. And if you have any questions, feel free to repeat those too. Once again, if anybody would like to tell us whether we're going to be choosing Ferris or Butts as a main character, if you'd like to choose which background window color we have, and if you'd like to choose... Well, or if you'd like to choose what name Butts is going to have in our next solo adventure, ! join in order to join the raffle. Once the end screen is going to come up, we're going to determine what the final character is, and we're going to, well, draw the winners for the raffle. Alrighty. Metropolis is quite a fun game, tower defense card game, lots of replayability and variety, yeah. I do wish they kind of left a mode in there where you get access to all cards from all leaders, because initially that's kind of how the game was played. You had access to all cards from all leaders, and they weren't as significantly distinct from each other aside from having like different base values and starting things. But now they are very, very different individual leaders. And I would like to have a mode where you just get access to all cards. Which the problem with that mode actually would be that... well, the card pool of cards that do similar things and the same, as well as buildings that do similar things and the same, or just are completely pointless based on your strategy, is going to be significantly higher, so it should only be something that you unlock towards the end, I guess. Yeah, it is very different now. They actually rolled out leader modes initially for Retropolis, where you had the ability to just only specifically select that leader, and you got specific leader cards that were completely new, based on the leader, and unique abilities and unique cards based on those. And they basically made that the main game mode at this point. Alrighty, let's see. We currently have 14 entrants for the raffle. Once again, once the end comes up, we're gonna draw them. Which, by the way, is still going to take about 10 minutes. Final Fantasy 5 ending takes a long time. And honestly, one of the best things Final Fantasy does, as well as, let's say, all the Super Nintendo Square games, they have such a good combination of how the music just kind of really plays well into the cutscenes too. There's so many nice places where the music just aligns really, really well. On a random note, a certain pretty awesome German player recently played Tyranigma a little bit, and I was thinking, I kinda wanna play Tyranigma as well again sometime, so not sure when that might be coming up, but it'll probably come up again someday. But it will not be a speedrun. It will also likely not be a lore % run, just casual-ish playthrough. Well, as casual as it gets at this point. At some point you just know the game really well and it's kind of awkward to not just optimize around certain things. Is it gonna be a narrative run? I'm certainly going to be focusing on the story. I'm not entirely sure how I will want to do it yet. Whether I will want to go ahead and just read out all the text, or whether I just want to paraphrase and explain what's happening in the story. Haven't quite decided yet. It's probably going to be the English patch with 60 FPS though. So yeah. Alrighty everybody, I'm going to take a short break. And once again, !join if you'd like to tell us Butts or Ferris, name of Butts, as well as the color, and make sure to vote on the straw poll for which solo class you would like to see next in, I don't know, 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's see. Where are the... Alright. Why does this happen every time? I feel like some people literally just check the results and try to equalize the votes. Because right now, Monk and Samurai have the same amount of votes. So yeah, once again, if you'd like to vote for the next solo challenge, the straw poll is still in chat here. You can vote for another, I don't know, like 3 or 4 minutes until the end appears on screen. Yeah, if you vote. If it's a tie, flip a coin. I don't have a coin around here, but I have a d20. Samurai's winning. Well, for now. Could always change. And then, suddenly, out of nowhere, mine is going to get 30 votes. Maybe. D20 is like a die, yes. Dice. A 20-sided dice. Well, at least I thought I had one, but I'm not sure where it is right now. Yeah, no idea. We'll see. A d20 can be a coin. Kind of. I mean, 1 through 10 is one option and 11 through 20 is the other option. Even an odd numbers work too. Hey, I like that idea actually. Ah, found it. There it is. Alrighty, everybody. The end is about to settle in onto our screen. And let's see who won. And with just one mode more, Samurai wins over Monk. And that means our next solo character challenge task for next year is going to be the Monk. Thank you everybody for voting. And this is gonna be an interesting one, I think. Also, like before, I mentioned I'm going to be choosing the raffle winners once again. The first raffle winner, by the way, if you would like to join the raffle, !join in chat. The first raffle winner is going to tell us whether we're going to be choosing Ferris or Butts as our main Monk. The second winner is going to choose what the name is going to be of Butts. And the third winner is going to be telling us what background color for the window we want to have. It cannot be too bright, otherwise it's going to be really hard on the eye, so it should preferably be in the darker spectrum. But yeah, I'm going to be choosing the winners in just a little bit, waiting just a little bit until the wave of joins are complete. Alrighty, I'm going to pick the first winner, who is going to tell us Butts or Ferris. Let's see. The winner is TC Matthews Jr. What would you like to see, Butts or Ferris as our main character? And TC Matthews says Butts. Alrighty. Thank you very much. Which means I'll have to change up the pictures a little bit. That's okay. So okay, the next winner is going to tell us what is going to be the name of Butts. The Butts Monk. And that is going to be Rosewood Pip. Rosewood Pip, what would you like to have as a name for Butts, the solo monk? Bark? I like it. Is that like a chocobo? And the fourth one. The fourth one? I skipped the third one, I suppose. The third one is going to be... which background color for the window? And it's going to be Wolf Soren. So if you'd like to tell us what background color for the window you'd like to see, feel free to let me know. You would like purple. Alrighty. Any particular shade of purple you prefer? Because there's like a bit of a variety. But purple it is going to be. Thank you so much. I might just pick the screen chat color of your name. Deep purple if possible. Is that a color or is that a song? Or is it both? Either way, well, that's that for now, everybody. For Final Fantasy V. So, thank you so much for watching, for listening and for lurking. And until next time. For anybody live right here, we're gonna be continuing the stream. So, don't go anywhere.